these very grounds to feel.
I really like the look of all this stuff so far.
And this very place is where the Aegean Sea got its name.
Off to Sounio.
Starting the day right with a local bakery here in Kukaki, and they have amazing stuff. So we may have gone a bit overboard, but it's cheap and delicious, so it's hard to resist. We got some delicious traditional kuluri. So it's basically what it looks like. A piece of bread with a bunch of sesame. It's crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. Delicious, definitely something to try, especially with a bit of cheese. Maybe you want to put some honey. Really good. We got a brioche sausage roll. So, oh my god, so good. Takes everything in my power not to eat all this right now. Next up on a croissant crust, it is ham and cheese, which is gonna be delicious. We got some energy bars because we're on for a long trip today, so wow, that was good. If you're into energy bars or protein bars, one thing to know when you're in Greece, it is very common. Most bakeries will have these kind of things, and some have more variety than others. This is so freaking delicious. I can tell it has cranberries, some cereal stuff, healthy, some nuts, chocolate pieces, cinnamon. So good. This is like a dessert, but I don't think they put sugar, so. And then, Olivia, we got some mushroom-filled pies. Very nice flavor. Oh, yeah. I'm curious for Olivia and Claire to have a few bites and see what they think.
I really like the look of all this stuff so far. It's suiting my bakery needs, so let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. So I really like it. I think it's a different technique than the other ones that I've had so far, but this is one of my favorite baked breads. 2 thumbs up.
Just like the ones you're gonna give us on this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Now, whoops. I'm gonna go for the sausage brioche roll. It's more like a twist. I'm gonna call it a brioche twist. It's very nice. This is one of my other favorites. I really like bread. The sausage that they use seems like it's really good quality. The bread is nice. The cheese on top has a perfect chew to it. In another life, I would have been a ham and cheese croissant. Very good. It's much better than the one at Gregory's house. I'm kidding, it's not a house, it's a chain. It's really soft. The croissant pastry dough is really nice. The ham's good. No complaints about this place. It's delicious.
Of course it's going to be better than a chain. Nothing wrong with a chain. You can try Grigori's, you can try Everest when you're here, but they're mostly like pre-made and frozen, and then they just like bake them there, versus like when you go to these local places that are not so big, everything is done from very scratch every single morning at their location, so that's why you're getting that extra quality.
And I may be wrong, but I think I'm right that those family-run bakeries are usually recipes that have been in the families for a long time, and they just bake it throughout the years, so that's probably why they're so good.
Now, We are gonna be going, if you haven't already guessed from the title of this video, we're gonna be going into the south suburbs of Greece, where it's the coast. Some call it the Athenian Riviera, although it's not Athens. And we're gonna be going to Poseidon's temple. And there's a really interesting story that happened in ancient mythology. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited to show Olivia and Claire. It's such a zen place to be. And I'm
ready to get to the sea. Let's go.
Let's do it. We're still driving. It's a bit of a drive from the center, and we chose to take the longer way, which we would recommend. It's about 15 minutes more, and you just go through the coast, and it's just absolutely beautiful. If you put the Poseidon's temple on the GPS, it'll automatically take you through the fastest way, which is going to be through the mountains and a highway. But definitely go the slower route. You'll see it's the second option along the coast. It is so worth it. Plan for some extra time to do some stops along the way, because you're definitely going to want to stop.
Right now we are currently in the Temple of Poseidon, which is on the Sounio Peninsula. And it's really, really beautiful, and I'm really enjoying standing on these higher up temples, places, and there's a really, really powerful energy to it, and I love it. So the Athenians actually built 2 sanctuaries for 2 of their most beloved gods and goddesses. So this one is for Poseidon, and then there's another one for Athena, which is that way. And basically when they built this, the architect had in mind its location specifically because there were really strong elements that would always be coming towards it, so it was able to withstand a lot of different powerful weather. So during the Persian invasion, which was when the temple was still being built, it wasn't completed, it was knocked down, and the original temple was built of stone, and the newer one, this one, was built of marble. And I think the marble gives any fixture a really regal and glorious look to it. And they began building the original temple in the early 5th BC. And another thing that's important to note, because of the temple's location, is that during the Peloponnese War, and I'm assuming other wars as well, it acted as a fortress. And so it's kind of, if you can see on the map where we are, it kind of is in the place where a lot of people would want to come and invade. So they had the walls that would block out the invaders. And we also have, for any literature lovers out there, the OG graffiti artist here was Lord Byron himself, who sketched his name into the temple when he came in 1801.
And this very place is where the Aegean Sea got its name. So let me tell you a story. What you see behind me is the Aegean Sea. We're obviously in the Mediterranean, but within Greece there's a few different seas, and the most famous one that most people know is the Aegean one, because that's all where a ton of the islands are. And the story goes back many years ago in ancient times, where the Athenian king Aegeus had a son, and his son had to perform some labors. And one of the labors was to go to Crete and fight a minotaur. He was a half bull, half human, in a maze. So most people that tried to go and kill and conquer the bull would die. All of them actually did, because they couldn't find their way out of the maze, or they just got killed from the minotaur that was in there. So the king told his son Theseus, when you come back, if you have defeated him and you have not died, make sure your sails are white. So Theseus left this spot with black sails because it was almost a guarantee that he was gonna die fighting the Minotaur. So when his father said, make sure you have white sails, so that way he would know if he was alive in the ship or not. So, spoiler alert, Theseus beat the Minotaur because he was very smart. He had some help from a smart woman as well. But he was so excited that he forgot to change the sails. So he came back with black sails. So as his father was on the cliff of the Poseidon temple looking out for the ship of his son coming back, he saw black sails and he was devastated because he thought he died. So he just jumped off the cliff, and hence Aegean Sea, because Aegeus threw himself off the cliff. You might be tempted to skip this as part of your Greece trip, ancient ruins visit, but I would highly recommend coming. If you like the Acropolis, okay, this is not going to be as big as that. There's a lot less things going on, but the energy in this place is amazing, and what we're showing you doesn't do it justice. You gotta be in these very grounds to feel zen, and just like with that in the background. Amazing sunsets, by the way, if you want to come for a sunset.
Like Maria was saying, it's amazing going to the Acropolis. It's actually one of my favorite things that we've done in Athens so far since we've been here. But being here, it makes me feel more like I'm in the Greek stories that I read in school. I really love reading them. This has more of that feeling, that kind of Greek ancient history feeling, more compared to the Acropolis. And I really like that.
Now that you learned about all this, it's time to go have some delicious seafood and other stuff, because Claire doesn't eat seafood, along the Aegean.
Yeah.
Yeah. You found a good place?
No. I'm sure there are tons.
Hey Olivia, I think I found the restaurant. Let's go eat. We're starving so much. What do you want to do?
I want to sit outside right here, right by the water.
What is she bringing, Claire? Tell us.
A thing that I don't remember the name of.
So I think it's only fair, since you've been here for a while now, you prepare our ouzo. Show us how it's done.
I will show you how it's done. So you take a tall flute. This is a flute glass, right? You take a medium. Oh my god, the glass is so warm. You take a glass. You have your bottle of Varvagliani. It's not the blue bottle. The blue bottle is stronger, which I prefer, but this is going to be good still. You have a tray of ice, bowl of ice.
Excellent dinner right by the sea. Another thing, when you come to Greece, they give you something at the end of your dinner or lunch for free. In the summertime is usually fruits. And depends on the place as well. Sometimes they just bring like a dessert, and they brought us ice cream. So that is it for this video.
Thank you for coming along on a date with us.
And don't forget to do all that good stuff, because it does help us out to continue doing this. So like, subscribe, comment down below, let us know of your thoughts, and we'll see you next Friday.